Hi YouTube friends, it's Lee here. Welcome back to my channel. So good to have you back again. I'm going to do another mixed media page, and this one doing over 2 pages again. So I'm starting as I normally do with a bit of collage, and then I'll add some paints and things in. So I've got some neutral papers, and I'm going to use a sort of different colour scheme. I'm not going bright this time. I'm going to have a more sedated colour scheme. So I'll get these papers down and then we'll add some paints to this. So I'm using Mod Podge to glue down the papers. So I've got a bit of music sheet, I've got some graph paper, and then I've just got some text out of a book. So I hope you've been enjoying this series that I've been doing. I'm having fun with it, I can tell you that much. So yeah, lovely to see everybody's comments. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. If you've been watching my videos all the time but you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button because it doesn't cost you anything. And it's a reward for the work that goes into making the videos, because they do take a little bit of time. And it'd be really appreciated if you could hit that subscribe button. So I hope you've all been well, and I've been working on another series. I made a book from scraps, just a basic book with no special tools, just scissors and glue and papers and a ruler. I really didn't use any gadgets whatsoever. No hole punches or anything, no brads, no eyelets, and it's quite amazing what you can make with very little. But anyway, we're getting off track a bit. That's my junk journaling side. This is my mixed media side. So I'm going to continue with adding on some papers. So when I glue these down, I'm putting a bit of glue onto the surface, and then I'm putting a bit of glue onto the back of the paper itself, and then when I get it down, I'm putting the Mod Podge over the whole lot of it to waterproof everything. And those little labels and things, they're just ones that I found. My craft room is going through something of an evolution at the moment, so probably about the 52nd thousandth time I've rearranged it. But like, I just have too much stuff, you know. I've really got to bite the bullet and get rid of some or use it. So I think I've got enough to make about 100 journals. So it could be interesting. But yeah, so every time I find stuff like this, I'm trying to incorporate it into my work in some way. I've got a pile, like hundreds of printables that I've printed off, like digital kits over the years, and I need to use them up somehow. I think I'm probably going to have to do something with those papers, so that might be another thing that I get on with. But anyway, getting back to this mixed media, what I've done is I've put some unbleached titanium acrylic paint on, and now I'm adding some coffee, just letting it run and drizzle everywhere like that. And I've dried it off with my hairdryer, and now I'm adding just a little bit of frayed burlap distress paint, and I'll just spread that around with my fingers, here, there and everywhere. I'm going to add some white gesso over the top of this, and I'll just scrape it on with a paint knife. And then I've got another colour off to the side, and it's a really dark blue, and it's probably close to Payne's grey in colour. And I'm going to let that mix with the gesso and just scrape some of that on in different places. I like the contrast between the dark blue and the brown of the frayed burlap. So that's that paint going on now, just spreading it in a few places. I don't want to oversaturate it with the blue. but just have hints of it here and there. Applying it with the paint knife, which is it's a wide plastic one, where the paper is in, the collaging, the knife is catching on the edge of those papers and creating that staggered, stuttery sort of look about the paint, a bit like an old wall that the paint is peeling off. I really like that. And what I'm using now is a water-soluble graphite pencil. I think it's about a 6B, so it's quite a thick point. And I'm just going around the edge of some of those collaged pieces, just roughly. And what will happen when I apply anything wet over the top, it's going to activate that pencil because it is water soluble. And I'm just doing a little bit of scribbling, so I'm holding the pencil right at the end. You get some really interesting marks when you do that with a pencil. You sort of give away your control of it, and it takes on it has a mind of its own, and it goes where it wants to go. Now that's white gesso that I'm applying again now, just to mute some of the darker areas, or to knock them back. And you will notice that when the white gesso goes across that pencil, that it smudges and makes a smoky grey sort of colour, which is really a nice contrast with the brown and the blue and the white all together. Everything works really well, so I'm happy with how this is looking. And I decided I want to add a little bit of green in, so I think it's an olive green perhaps. But I do mix some water with it and let it run down the page. I add a little bit of lighter green in a bit later on, but I end up sort of mopping it off. I didn't want too much green, I just wanted a hint. So sometimes put it on, take it off. And if there's not enough left, put a little bit more on. And if you put too much on, take it off again. So I've glued down a couple of focal points there, and now I'm just blending them into the background with some gesso, just rubbing over the edge, so the edge of the pieces of paper aren't so obvious. I've got a little tea card with some lotus flowers in it. I thought that might be appropriate to go with my Japanese lady there. I was going to put that corrugated piece of cardboard in, but I decided not to. I do use the backing paper off of it though, a bit later on. And now I've got some watercolour pencils. Just going to do a little bit of scribbling around in different places. This one is yellow ochre. So the gesso is still a little bit wet, so that's nice. It's blending with the gesso. And I like just that little bit of bright colour in there. Just making various marks in different places. Now I've got a red one. I'm just putting a few different marks. Not much of this red, it's quite potent. But it makes an interesting mark when you dip it in water and then roll the pencil. You'll see me do that in a couple of moments. So I wet the pencil and then I just lay it down so that the full lead, the full colour is on the paper, and then I just rolled it and it made those marks, which I think are really interesting. Really nice contrast against the greens and the blues too. And this is a white watercolour pencil, just a few subtle little marks here and there with that one. Now back to a graphite pencil, so I'm just pushing that around on the paper, just letting it make its own pathway through the lumps and bumps that are on the page. Now, this was an afterthought to put the stenciling in. I kind of wish I'd done it a bit further back in the process, but I think it turned out really nice. And there's one little stencil, it's from PM Artist Studio. It's like a little, almost an oriental symbol, so that's why I decided to put that one in. So it's this one here. I'm not sure what it's called. The other one is from Temu. And some black spatters. And I've got some gold paint on the side there, and it's very transparent paint, so I'm just going in and putting a few smears in different places. End up giving up on the brush and use my finger. They don't really show up very well on camera, but in real life they're a really nice little shimmer on the page. How gorgeous does this look? I absolutely love this lady in the background there, and the crow, and the word that's on the definition is companion. So yeah, hope you like that. Don't forget to leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon in another video. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo!